Welcome to 2013 Eurobasket for women. It's June 15th. It's day one of the Eurobasket Women 2013. You're inside the Loire Arena in Tolèze in France, as Serbia and Great Britain will face off for the first time in competitive game. Great Britain or England played Yugoslavia on a number of occasions, but since the formation of Serbia, it's the first time these two teams will face off. This is Group C action. The second game in this group sees the hosts and pre-tournament favorites France face Latvia at 9 o'clock local time. But we kick off here, 12:30 local time. We'll see game one get underway in the 2013 Eurobasket. An absolutely fascinating encounter. We'll see Great Britain trying to build on the success and the experience they had in the Olympic Games in 2012, facing Serbia, who missed out on the 2011 Eurobasket and are reforming. Here is the Great Britain team roster, with 8 members of this team played in the 2012 Olympic Games in London, so got a lot of continuity for new coach Damien Jennings. And this roster is the roster charged with taking Great Britain forward after the support that FIBA and FIBA Europe gave them in progressing to the 2012 Olympic Games. And we're going to get into the individual player introductions, and it'll be Great Britain in the blue uniforms coming out first. Chantel Handy just gone through your shot, number 8. The leading scorers for Great Britain in preparation for this 2013 Eurobasket women. Veteran Kim Butler captains Great Britain. And in your shot there, Joanna Leadham, who, as many of you basketball fans will know, now plies her trade in France, in Bourges, very successfully making the final 8 of the FIBA Europe Women's EuroLeague. And here is the Serbian roster. 7 new debutantes in Eurobasket finals, but they've also got the great experience of number 11, Ivanka Matic, the 34-year-old veteran center. Will need to show all her leadership qualities as well as that elite level on the inside that she brings to a talented and very deep Serbian lineup. Coach Malijana Markovic has dipped into her club team in Partizan with 5 players from that one club on this team, and continuity and depth on this roster will be a key component to this Serbian lineup. We'll now have the 2 national anthems, and we will start with the national anthem of Great Britain. And now the national anthem of Serbia. it doesn't matter how experienced you are, whether it's your first or your fifth or sixth Eurobasket women competition, the first game and the emotion of the national anthems was there for you all to see. Both teams desperate to get off to a winning start in a group that also contains Latvia and France. And with the fact that France, at home, building on the success of their silver medal in last year's Olympic Games, are one of the favorites for this whole competition, then Serbia, Great Britain and Latvia will have aspirations to join them in the second round. Here are the three officials for this afternoon's game. Slugar and Haliko and Anderson, the three officials from the Ukraine, Estonia and Finland. And everybody here trying to set the tone for what we expect to be a very, very competitive Group C. Oh, here's one of the matchups and two of the key players that both coaches will be looking for. Elena Milovanich, the Sopron forward, only 24 years old still, really versatile, can score inside and outside. And Joanna Leadham, the talisman of the Great Britain team. One of the two leading scorers for Great Britain in the Olympic Games and building on this hugely successful EuroLeague women's season for Bourges. Well, Leadham in particular creates opportunities not just for herself, but for the rest of this starting lineup. And Chantal Handy will need to be productive at that 3 spot. But so much rests with Stephanie Collins at the point spot, looking after this basketball, keeping the turnovers at a manageable number. And Azania Stewart now is not the young up-and-coming player. The ex-Haringey Angel will have to deliver as a senior center in matchups that Coach Jennings here believes could be absolutely fundamental. GB can control the boards, they think they can control the tempo, and they've got to slow a high-scoring Serbian team down. Well, here is the starting lineup for Serbia. And the two sisters, the Dabovic sisters at 13 and 14, Malika and Anna, can create for fun and are really aggressive and can put on points quickly. So control of tempo for Great Britain, absolutely a #1 priority. Elena Milovanich, number 9, will see a lot of touches of the basketball in the half court, inside, outside for Coach Malkovic, as Serbia returning to the finals of this Eurobasket for women, having missed the championships in Poland and looking to try and get themselves into the latter stages of a final competition for the first time since 2003.
Just more, all right? Let's have a great start. Let's go.
Let's go, ladies! Let's fight, ladies! GB!
Well, here we go, moments away for the first game of Eurobasket Women 2013. Serbia and Great Britain kick off Group C. Here in Treleze. Chantal Handy just caught a shot of her there, the forward who will be playing her basketball in Nantes in France next year, having had a successful season in Turkey. And Turkey is also on the agenda for both of these teams. The top 5 teams from this Eurobasket Women will qualify for next year's World Championships in Turkey. So a joint agenda, gold medals on the mind for all the teams on day 1, but also a top 5 slot to make it to the Premier World National Team competition with the World Championships in Turkey next year. Great Britain in the blue uniforms and Serbia in the white. Well, here we go then, the start of 2 weeks of action here in France. Eurobasket Women 2013. Just a ball toss away from a start. Here we're the ball's up. And Great Britain will control the basketball. And Collins has it in the half court. Gets Liam off a down screen. Great Britain looking to go inside early. Stewart gets it on the inside, gets double team, misses, no rebounders, and Milovanich sweeps the boards. Dabovic comes off the pick and roll high, looks to penetrate, gets in traffic. Milovanich, foul line jump shot is off. Defensive battle on the glass, and it will be a Great Britain basketball. Well, Serbia settled for the mid-range jump shot. And Milovanich couldn't connect. Stephanie Collins looks to get Great Britain going. Lead them off a down screen. Little hesitation, floats one off the glass, doesn't get the drop. Stewart with the offensive rebound is fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line. And as we mentioned at the top of the game, Azania Stewart, no longer an up-and-coming potential player now as a first-year professional, has to deliver on the big occasions. Gets the first touch on the inside and gets the first offensive board. Stewart from the free throw line is off with a first. Stewart connects, and GB get the scoreboard ticking over. Dabovic guarded by Liam. That matchup's going to develop as this game progresses. So kicks it to the wing. Three's gone, and good from deep in the corner. Milovanich shows you why she's a key to this Serbian lineup. Little back door, we've got a hold on the back cut. Wow, we focused on both players at the start of the game. Joanna Liam getting a lot of attention defensively by Milija Dabovic, and second team foul for Serbia. Just about recovered by Handy. Defense by Serbia, wide open on the far side. Liam puts it on the floor, breaks the defense down, kisses it off the glass. Great job on the glass by Handy, and Great Britain going to work on the offensive boards in the first quarter here. Chantel Handy on the corner, long two, ties it up at 3 apiece, 8.5 to go in the first. Dabovic, instant offense, has it blocked. Handy comes down with it. Efficiency, the name of the game for both teams here. Butler has it in the post, has it knocked away. 4-on-2 break here. Knocked away by Collins. Chance for Great Britain going the other way, and we have a mid-court foul. Stephanie Collins with a quick hands on Putolia. Putolia is had it knocked away, and then coming back the other way, commits the foul. Collins has it. Handy way outside the three. Collins gets it back, sets herself for the three. It's short. Another offensive rebound for Great Britain. Leadham comes up with it this time and recovers it. Butler turns it straight back over, though. And Great Britain, the positive is the offensive boards. Serbia in transition. Matic slows it down and asks for a little bit of half court. Dabovic looks baseline, tries to get to the middle. Has it knocked away by Collins. Great Britain 2-on-1 break here. Handy goes up. A little layup and blows it. Milanovic is fouled as she, Dabovic, sorry, is fouled in transition. And there's the foul by Kim Butler as Anna Dabovic tried to create in transition. First team foul for Great Britain. And early substitution as Dominique Allen steps into the game for Stewart. Milanovic can't handle it, turns it over. Milovananovic, as we said, we'll see a lot of the basketball. And after making the three, tried to create on the dribble. Collins Not really extending the defense on Collins at the moment. They're after the pass. Handy kicks it. Leadham puts it on the floor. Again, breaks the defense down on that long closeout for two. Great decision and really efficient by Joanna Leadham. Had the defense on the long closeout and put it on the floor. Dabovic gets that early high post screen. Looks for the kick. Tolica is good for three. Tolica knocks it down from deep. And Serbia getting them in threes at the moment. Leadham tries to answer with a three of her own. It's short. Defensive rebound. And Collins is charged with the foul. A little hold. Great Britain really going hard to the offensive glass. And Serbia, for the first time, really do take care of business on the defensive board. Substitution again for Great Britain as Rachel van der Voort enters the game. Trademark in their preparation. Stephanie Gandy also joins the game. A lot of rotations off that Great Britain bench. Dabovic. Milovanich is fouled by Allen. That matchup is going to hurt Great Britain. Milovanich really saw the switch, exploited the slower player and just drew the contact. Still like the early sparring of the heavyweight boxing match at the moment. Dabovic gets the high post screen, tries to turn the corner. Leadham plays good defense. Matic puts it on the floor. Milovanich with a long three is short. Van der Voort has it, had a chance to go in transition. She's outnumbered. Great little play by Leadham on the timing on the cut, but blows the layup. Gandy goes up, is blocked. And Milovanich, both ends of the floor, picking up stats. Now she leads the break. And Serbia are going to turn it over again. Well, both teams struggling to connect offensively. It's not surprising, early stages of a major competition. Nerves are there for all to see. Ajanovic joins the game for Serbia, number 12. And Van der Voort. Stephanie Gandy looks inside. That's a great seal by Joanna Leadham, but she blows another two-footer. And Serbia, looking in the secondary break, have decided to pull it out. And we've got a whistle. And Joanna Leadham's going to pick up her first foul. There you see it. That's an intriguing matchup. That's a full team foul for Great Britain. Both teams picking up fouls early. And Nevena Johanovic will join the game, number 8, as Anna Dabovic sits down. Radoka has the ball. Now, Radoka is explosive. She really will look to score. We got a foul. Because of the team foul situation, Serbia will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Van der Voort picks up foul number 1. Janovic is good for the first. The 32-year-old plays club basketball in Latvia, as you'll pick up from throughout this tournament. These players are all over Europe. As Van der Voort, against the pressure, breaks it down, gets the chance to go, and had the pass to Allen, just couldn't execute. The bounce pass was crying out to be made as Allen timed the cut well. Great Britain will handle the basketball on the baseline with just over 5 to go in the first quarter. Van der Voort has it. Dominique Allen looks inside. Chantel Handy in traffic, kicks it. Van der Voort puts it on the floor. Gandy mid-range, bread and butter for her, and it's good. Stephanie Gandy with a nice finish, closes it to an 8-7 lead for Serbia. Vishkar moves the ball in the half court, gets it back. Physical underneath, ready to penetrates, poor shot. Allen with the defensive rebound, Van der Voort in transition. Allen had the open pass to Handy, and Serbia's defense in the half court is so active. Handy on the perimeter, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Looks to Stewart, she's gonna have to play with it now, gets to the middle. Poor move in traffic, Vandervoort's got to put it up. She does, and blows another layup. That's the 3rd or 4th layup that Great Britain have missed. Gandy with a great defensive play, and Great Britain get the ball back. Great Britain have had a lot of opportunities in this first quarter. Gandy again. Bread and butter range for her, mid-range, and she's very good. Gives Great Britain the 9-8 lead. Stephanie Gandy from the Sheffield club in the UK. Johanovic way outside the 3. Reversals, feet set for 3 is off. Great work on the glass by Stewart, but tremendous hustle. And Serbia on the back of tremendous piece of work by Batolia. Radoka looks inside, puts the ball on the floor. Predominant a 3-point shot here by Serbia. They're really living outside the 3-point line. Handy in transition for Great Britain. Looks down to Stewart. Gets the chance to go to the work. Early is fouled on the way to the hoop. And Azania Stewart will get to the free throw line. And we said before the game that the leadership of Ivanka Manic and the big inside options for Serbia is going to be important in how they try to slow down and stop the scoring threat that Great Britain possess in that front line. And Stephanie Gandy there, back-to-back baskets for her. Zania Stewart finds herself on the free throw line for the 3rd time. And she makes the first. Janovic is charged with a foul. Stewart give Great Britain a 3-point lead, which she doesn't. Radocha puts it on the floor. Is quick and is always looking to challenge you. Kado sets her feet for 3, another 3 for Serbia, and they are stone cold at the moment from the 3-point line. Handy with a quick release in transition is way off. Dabovic is just about to rejoin the game for Serbia, and she'll replace Jovanovic. Ana Dabovic, the 23-year-old Partizan guard. Got a holding foul off the ball by Butler. That'll be Butler's 2nd. It's early in the game for your captain to pick up the 2nd foul. That's a big call for Great Britain. Already a decision for Coach Jennings. Does he leave or does he take? 2nd foul for Kim Butler. Great Britain a little bit foul prone at the moment. And Jovana Ladd is long with the 1st. And makes the 2nd. And we have substitution coming in. Kim Butler, well, there's the answer for Coach Jennings. He's decided to sit Kim Butler on 2 fouls. Almost a turnover. And Adabovic gets it up smiling. You love it. She's enjoying it. Loving the moment. Handy will release the pressure on the inbound pass. Offensive foul. Interesting decision by Great Britain to have Handy bring the ball down the floor. Another turnover. And there's the extended arm. Easy call for the official. Radoka puts it on the floor. Handy got caught, not watching the ball on the help side, and she blows the layup and lets GB off the hook. Stephanie Collins will bring the ball out and is fouled mid-court. Collins on the free throw line. Literally a 90% free throw shooter over her career. Big-time college scorer at St. Bonaventure's University in the States before spending the whole of her post-college career in the UK. Dabovic gets things in the half court. Dabovic gets it back, guarded by Leadham, gets off the high post screen, gets the bit match up on Stewart. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Surely she's going to go at Stewart here. And Stewart obliges with a foul. Stewart played good defense until she wanted to get a piece of the ball. And this is when she didn't need to go after the ball, and there's the foul. And a great decision by Ana Dabovic. The younger of the two sisters, at 23 years old, makes the first. But only goes 1 for 2. Stewart pulls in a rebound, looks long. Gandy has it. Smart decision, defensive transition, good by Serbia. Leadham in. Great post up by Gandy for 2, and she's been the story for the first half for GB. Great Britain with 6 points, relying heavily on Stephanie Gandy. Dabovic again, sets her feet, fires the 3. Leadham, great box out by Joanna Leadham. She comes down with it, needs some help. Dominique Allen gets it to Collins. They've got to get it over the halfway line, which they just do. Collins, little bounce pass looking for Gandy. Great defensive work. Back Caddo. Sasha Caddo worked hard in transition to get back for Serbia. And substitution, Rose Anderson will see her first minutes of Eurobasket 2013, and Rachel Vandervoort rejoins the game. Gandy sits down after a very, very productive first quarter by Stephanie Gandy. Vandervoort, they look for Stewart underneath on the out-of-bounds play with a left-hand hook, is good for 2. And Azania Stewart really underlines where Great Britain have taken the ball in this first quarter, straight to the heart of that Serbian defense. Dabovic combines with Enovic, wide open in the corner, Jovanovic for 3. Jovanovic gets another 3. 9 of those 13 points have been beyond the arc. Poor pass, bad cut, great defense. Dabovic in transition. And Anderson finally decides to get back. She wants the ball, but almost got caught in transition. Dabovic with a better pass, and there were points begging to be made here by Serbia. But Anderson just gets back. Lad. Dabovic, guarded by Anderson on the 3-point line. Shake of the shoulders off the glass is no good. Leadham gets another defensive rebound. Vandervoort in transition now. Ball knocked away. And 10.4 seconds on the clock. And Serbia getting a lot of deflections. Anderson puts it on the floor, whaps it around, and an easy 2 for Stewart. For Dominique Allen. The halfway line shot is gone, and we've reached the end of the first quarter. And Great Britain, on the back of some nice work on the inside, have the 18-13 lead as Serbia focus on the 3-point line. And here are the statistics for that first period. Great Britain getting 5 more shots than Serbia, which is a key number. 8 3-pointers already for the Serbians, 3 from 8, shooting 37%. But 4 offensive rebounds as Great Britain take the lead on the rebound stakes. Everything else pretty even, and that's where Great Britain have managed to get the extra shots. Tremendous work on the offensive boards. Well, I'll get the highlights of this first quarter. There's Stephanie Gandy for Great Britain, 6 points personal. And in the paint is where Great Britain are getting a lot of success. They've even missed 2 or 3 little bunnies that they should have made. If they'd have made those, they'd have a very healthy lead. As it is, they lead by 5, 18-13 at the end of the first quarter. Xenia Stewart in shot, ended the season last year in Hungary after a short spell back in the UK after the first half of the season she spent in Spain, so already in her first professional year, much travel. The long two, straight out the blocks for Dabovic. Milika Dabovic off the pick, quick release on the long two. Leadham outside the three-point line, looks inside, doesn't like what she sees. Stewart has it outside. Anderson. Interesting pass selection. Dominique Allen did well to get hands to that. She wouldn't have seen the ball until the wall was almost with her. The pass from Rose Anderson almost leading to the turnover. 6 seconds as Leadham breaks the defense down again. Allen can't hold the pass, and Serbia with Milovanich, who creates again in transition, and Leadham picks up foul too. And Elena Milovanich, versatile, doesn't do her justice. A 190 forward. Shows she has a decent handle and takes Joanna Leadham to the basket, and that's a big foul for Great Britain to deal with. Leadham is their leading scorer. And Milovanich finds herself on the free-throw line. He is good with the first. That's not a sign that Great Britain fans will want to see Joanna Leadham sitting on the bench, but the 2-foul situation for her and Kim Butler is something that will make Coach Malkovich a very happy coach indeed. Handy again in the backcourt. They're going to go after her when she handles it. Van der Vaart got to break that down and puts it on the floor instead of looking for the extra pass. And Serbia's defense causes the turnover. We're going to get an illegal dribble call. Dabovic looking to create. Gets that hand underneath the ball. There you go. Good camera work. Shows you exactly what you can't do handling the basketball. Van der Vaart has to take responsibility in the backcourt for Great Britain. Anderson picks it up off the down screen. Skip pass, Handy goes inside. Stewart again going to work. A bit of a messy shot. Good defense by Janovic. Janovic transition. Milanovic on the trowel, gets the two. And Milovanich starts the second quarter, showing the leadership we talked about at the top of the game. 6 points personal for her. And Great Britain will take the timeout after that 5-0 start for Serbia.
swing. So we cut away and we cut towards. Right. Offensively now, let's go. Let's stay in retro. Come over your side. All right. We're going to come over your side. We'll look at the pick. We'll look at the pop for you on the retro screen. All right. So you're going to come in the trail. All right. You're going to go over it. Cut hard. Take your.
Kao sada. Okej. Ajmo, nećemo. Pametno, nemamo penale. Pametno, čvrsto, pazi na zlomove.
Well, just from the tone of both coaches, Coach Jennings trying to calm Great Britain down, trying to deal with that trap situation. But Coach Malkovich wanted to build on the momentum. And Anderson's got to help in the backcourt for Great Britain. The trap comes, she's got to make herself available, and then the extra pass will really give them the opportunity to exploit the gap on the trap. Wide open for Butler from the mid-range, and again, that's her game. And she's exactly as Coach Jennings wanted. Gets the shot mid-range, knocks it down. First 2 points for Kim Butler. And Great Britain steadied the ship a little bit. Dabovic, again, is so quick. Gets the friendly drop. And so eager to exploit the closeout. Collins in the half court. Finds Handy, foul line. Knocked away, and Chantel Handy has got to take care of the basketball. Dabovic in transition. Milica Dabovic gets trapped. Great Britain coming with a little defensive alone. Milovanich, little crossover. Dabovic wide open, the bench is up, the ball is good for three. Momentum swing with Serbia, and Milica Dabovic at the start of this third quarter is firing on all cylinders, knocks down the three, but she had so much time. Here's Anderson, knocked away again. Anderson struggling a little bit for Great Britain. Collins tried to answer with a three, and does. Collins has to step up and score. She's a useful scorer and has to take the opportunity, especially with Liedem on the bench. Jovanovic gets it up to Milovanich. Foul line jump shot is long. Defensive rebound by Anderson. Nothing in transition for Great Britain here. So Stewart will get it back to Collins. Well, we're in game one, and we've already got a humdinger. Butler is short with the open jump shot and fouls 30 meters from the basket. And that's going to be her third foul unless they're going to charge it to Handy. Either one will do. Coach Jennings will be hoping it's Handy because that'll only be two on her. So Butler doesn't get called with it. Great Britain still ring the changes. Anderson steps out. Ella Clark joins the game. Milovanich moves it on. Stretch the defense. Belichick guarded by Collins. She's quick, she penetrates, gonna kick. Great hands by Butler. Now she needs a pass shot, and Collins finally shows back to the basketball. And we're gonna get a foul called on that trap, but I think the whole whole gym saw the trap coming. Milovanich is gonna get charged with a foul. Collins not in a good position, but does well to be strong with the basketball. Collins gets it on the out of bounds pass. Great pass to the inside. Butler has it knocked away. Shot a little bit more, it's a little bit too much of the basketball. Gandy outside the three. Dabovic guarding her. Handy, tough fadeaway jump shot, is short. Collins, of all people, comes up with an offensive rebound. Gandy can't make it go. Clark keeps it alive, and finally Dabovic comes down with it. Milovanich will get it back to Dabovic. Those two are combining really well for Serbia in this second quarter. Dabovic pulls up off the dribble, doesn't get the drop. Dabovic steps on the baseline, and Great Britain will have the basketball. Substitutions coming in for Serbia. Bohana Vulic will join the game for the first time. It's Elena Milovanich. Radocha pulls it out. Pick and roll on the sideline doesn't develop for Serbia as Radovic gets it back at the point. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Milovanich goes inside. Vulic goes up, is blocked. And that'll come off of Clark's block. There's only 2 seconds on the shot clock. Let's get a little replay. Vulic goes up, Clark gets a piece of it. Early one's gone, and GB with a good defensive series. Handy has it on the dribble. Has to find Collins, which she does now. A lot of pressure. Now they're just going to go at it. Gandy settles for the turnaround, and it's sweet. And Serbia just really do fancy themselves here one-on-one. They're not really looking to help. Everyone's in a passing lane, and they're really doing a nice job at containing the dribble, but Gandy with a soft touch. Got a whistle off the basketball. Foul's called on Stephanie Gandy. Rachel Vandervoort comes back into the game. Stephanie Gandy, first foul. GB again picking up fouls here. Their third team foul, still 4:40 to go in the quarter. Joanna Leedham comes back. Well, if anyone knows how to play with fouls, Joanna Leedham does. So Coach Jennings shows some confidence in her. Again, the pick and roll doesn't develop. Milovanich, first step is quick. Knocked away by Butler. Gandy in transition, 2-on-1 break. Should be an easy 2 for Great Britain, and it is. And timeout called by Coach Malkovic. Rachel Vandervoort gets the 2 points. Great Britain reassert with a 27-23 margin. And we've got 4:25 to go in the half.
Ajde u pozicionom napadu, sama je Vulica nižim igračem sa slabijim od sebe igračem. Može da odigra dole. Ajde da postavimo 5, pametno sada, ajde da postavimo 5. Ako može, nemoj da silujemo, nemoj sad svi da bacamo Vulic, samo vam kažem kao što radimo.
Get back cuts, you'll get face cuts that you can have. In the full court, when you're L cutting to get open and they sandwich you, you've got to get into the body and then push off. It's the pop-off that's going to get you open. It's the pop-off that'll get you open in these angles, all right? So don't just go into someone then change speed. You've got to pop off that player. And it's the same for us if we're trying to lead out. You've got to hold the player, then pop off to the catch, all right? Now, hey, our offense is working. It's getting us looks, right? It's getting us little fade looks. So let's go 2 hold. This time the point guard, you've got to go around the outside to create the angle.
Wow, Stephanie Gandy, 8 points personal. The naturalized player for Great Britain. It's her first experience of a Eurobasket women final round. She's not fazed by it at all. She's come to play. And at the moment, those 8 points are absolutely vital as Great Britain have the 27-23 lead with 4:20 to go in the first half. Kutolia. Moves it out to Milovanich. Gets it back, Milovanich, feet set for 3. And she is not shy from beyond the arc. Knocks another 3 down and closes it to a 1-point game. Vandervoort pushes. Finds Butler on the inside, had a lot of time, doesn't get the drop, but goes with an offensive board and gets the 2. Great work by Butler, stayed with the missed shot. And good early offense by Great Britain. Serbia straight back at them. And they'll retain possession. Utuolia gets it back to Radocha. Radocha off the high post screen. Again, great work by Leedham. 2-on-1 break. Joanna Leedham's not looking to pass because she's going to make the 2. Joanna Leedham in a passing lane. Gets the steal. 4 points for Joanna Leedham. Vulic outside the 3-point line. Dabovic faces up Gandy, puts it on the floor. Quick first step, knocked away by Gandy. Leedham has it. Early break here for Great Britain. Clark on the end of the break for 2. 33-26 margin, under 3 to go in the half. Milovanich, and we've got a foul by Van der Waal. That's the 4th team foul. So for 2:51 remaining in the second quarter, every time Great Britain foul, Serbia will be back on the free throw line. Stewart replaces Clark. Nice lineup on the floor for Great Britain with Gandy and Butler and Leadham. 3 scorers for Great Britain. Dabovic. Milovanich puts it on the floor, is fouled by Butler on the way up. And that'll be the 3rd foul for Butler, and GB have struggled to contain defensively Milovanich. Handy's going to rejoin the action. Butler sits down with 3 fouls, and Milovanich is the focal point for this Serbian offense at the moment. It's another opportunity to tick the scoreboard over. It's a friendly roll. And obviously likes the rings here. And closes it to a 5-point game, 2:30 to go. Handy's wide open early in the offense, hits nothing. And we got a holding foul called on the rebound. Joanna Leadham helps her team in so many ways. She's on the offensive boards, gets contact, scores with assists as well. She's growing into a really mature European player. On the out of bounds play, Stewart for 2. Beautiful little back screen, and Stewart gets the easy 2 and a 7-point margin for Great Britain with 2:20 to go in the first half. Dabovic again on the dribble, gets to the bucket and scores. Van der Waal runs it straight back at Serbia. Stewart just about hangs on. And Great Britain give a little bit of Serbia back to Serbia. Points in transition. Got to contain in the half court. Both teams are getting broken down. Leadham gaps Jovanovic, and Handy at the moment is not being the most efficient player on the floor for Great Britain. Fouls in the half court, Serbia will go to the free throw line. Can't give things away easy at this level of basketball. Van der Waal's going to sit down, Collins is back, Handy picks up foul number 3. And foul trouble is an issue for Great Britain at the moment. Rose Anderson comes back for Great Britain. Backcourt combination for Serbia. Milka Dabovic and Tamara Radoka is a really difficult ask for any team. Quick on the dribble, and Great Britain are struggling to contain that at the moment as Ana Dabovic picks up her 3rd point. Make that 4. Collins restored and gets it to Stewart, who looks long, and Anderson just about survives with it and then recovers it and then turns it over. Easy 2 off the glass is blown. Drabovic then outworks Great Britain on her own and will go to the free throw line. And the sin is enough to turn the ball over, but then not to get back in transition. And Dabovic outworks the whole of the Great Britain lineup and finds herself back on the free throw line again. Ana Dabovic. The foul count not helping Great Britain, Serbia making the most of it. As Dabovic starting to accumulate points from the free throw line. Substitution. Jovanovic will rejoin the game. Elena Milovanich from Partizan. And Serbia smelling a little blood here up the floor. Trying to trap, putting a lot of pressure on Great Britain. Collins gets it over and turns it over. turnovers are starting to really hurt this Great Britain lineup. And you've got to credit the defense that Serbia are playing. Dabovic off the high post screen, gets another reposition from Ivanovic, and we've got another foul, and Anderson picking up another negative stat. First foul. And Anna Dabovic back on the free throw line, been a consistent theme in the last minute. This will be her 6th free throw in less than a minute. And she's going to close it to a 1-point game. A 7-point lead has become a 1-point lead. Timeout with 1:14 to go. Great Britain take the timeout. And turnovers are beginning to hurt, and fouls have been hurting for a long, long time here.
What is the word? It's about composure, it's about point. We want the ball in the hands of the guard, right?
Okay, and then score it.
Every time now we know that they're going to press, right? So we got Joe inbounding the ball. Dom, see, you're down here. Steph, you're here.
I samo dobro praćenje na polovini terena, evo kao posljednja odbrana od presinga. Tamara, ti uzmi šesticu i teraj u njenu desnu stranu i napadaj svom snagom, ne može u desno.
Well, there are the top scorers for Serbia. Milovanich and the Dabovic's have dragged Serbia from an 8-point deficit back to 1. Again, full court pressure. We have a 5-second call. That's turning the screw, I think is the phrase by Serbia here, with Great Britain struggling to handle the pressure. Milovanich outside the three-point line, puts it on the floor baseline. Needs a pass, finds one. Dabovic. Anna Dabovic backs it out on Anderson. I think she likes the matchup. Turns the corner, wide open look for Milovanich is off. Offensive rebound, great work. Steph Collins gets on the floor to try and hold it up with Johanovic, and we got a held ball, and possession will go back to Great Britain. It's just execution here against pressure. Apart from Leadham, though, and Collins has got to get available. Anderson's got to pass it in first, finds Leadham. Leadham does a nice job waiting for it to clear, beats the little trap, gets to the middle, is fouled, doesn't get the drop, will go to the free throw line. And if you execute and you're aggressive against pressure, these good things will happen as Leadham read the trap, gets the contact, and will be disappointed in herself for not making the three-point play. Milovanich picks up foul number 2. And for all their pressure, Serbia, the quality of it is reflected in the fact that they've only committed 3 team fouls. Great execution defensively by Serbia, but Leadham restores the three-point advantage for Great Britain. Dabovic will get the inbound pass, guarded by Collins. Dabovic in control. Johanovic wants it, Leadham won't let her have it. We're at 10 seconds of the shot clock. Dabovic on the dribble. Does like the idea of going against Anderson, gets the mismatch. Now she needs a pass, knocked away. Mid-range jump shot is gone and good. Johanovic closes it to a 1-point game. Collins in the half court, finds Anderson, who gets Leadham, who has to back it out. 8 seconds to go in the half. Here's Collins, gonna have to create for herself here. Has to back out, got to put it up. He's not gonna get it, fires it up late, gets the drop. Stephanie Collins at the end of the half, knocks it down for Great Britain. And they get to halftime with a 41, 38-point lead. I thought the opportunity had gone, but Collins shows you what she has, stays composed, knocks it down. And we've reached halftime with Great Britain having the 41 to 38-point lead on the back of the Steph Collins buzzer beater. There's confirmation. Great Britain have the 41 to 38 lead over Serbia in the first ever meeting of the two countries. We're going to get a look at the stats right now. Great Britain with a healthy 50% from the two-point range. Serbia struggling from there with only 31%. Good news for Serbia, they've been to the free-throw line 16 times to Great Britain's 8, and that's all about the foul count. Great Britain have committed 16 fouls to Serbia. The rebound advantage that Great Britain had at the end of the first quarter is still maintained. But we're set up here at the end of this first half. The second half, it could go right down to the wire. Halftime, Great Britain have the 41 to 38 lead. We're going to take a much-needed break to catch our breath, and we'll be back for the second half in around 10, 12 minutes. Don't go away. This is game one action of 2013 Eurobasket Women. Great Britain 41, Serbia 38. We'll see you for the second half. wasn't bad. It's only an hour and a bit. It's about an hour and 40 minutes from Paris to Orient on the train. They're saying on the website, is it something like about 200 kilometers, something like that? Yeah, it's that sort of way, yeah. Welcome back. Both teams back on the floor. Serbia spent a lot of time in the locker room. Their defense really got them back into the game. They trailed by as many as 9, but great work defensively by Serbia. Trapped up the floor, generated turnovers, and also Great Britain had a problem in containing Serbia on the dribble. So Ana Dabovic in particular with 6 free throws in the last 2 minutes of that first half dragged Serbia right back into contention. Great Britain have a little bit of foul trouble with Kim Butler and Chantel Handy on 3, whereas only Elena Milovanich with 2 fouls is anywhere near being in trouble for Serbia. Although that is a big, big near to be in trouble. If Milanovic picks up the 3rd foul, it really could be a problem for Coach Malkovic as she tries to steer Serbia to the opening day win here against Great Britain.
Prvih 5 minuta treće četvrtine. Setite se Srbija, Italija. I onih 15, setite se sad samo u glavi onog videa. Preslikano mora da bude. Setite se za čas samo onih lopti, 5 lopti iz presinga, osvojenih u prvom polju, snažno, 15-0, 16-0, koliko je bilo. To nam sad treba, mnogo je veliki ulog.
Great Britain going back to the lineup that started the game with both Handy and Butler with 3 fouls. One of the options in the locker for Great Britain is to use Georgia Jones if they're really struggling to retain possession and deal with the pressure. The Oral Roberts University graduate from Manchester in the UK has spent her international career as a point guard, so that might be something that Coach Jennings would look at. On the Serbian, here is the answer to all their problems in that first period. Elena Milovanich, inside, outside on the dribble, shooting the 3 at a tremendous impact. But she starts the second half on the bench. As the backcourt combination of Ana and Milica Dabovic will try and control things for Serbia. Here we go, second half. Great Britain start the half with a 41-38 lead, and Dabovic in the backcourt. Jovanovic looks to go inside early. Jovanovic inside combo, knocked away by Collins, quick hands. In transition, GB just about controlled the basketball, and better execution would have meant a layup, but they retain possession. Here's Collins in the half court, finds Handy off the down screen. Butler shows to the ball, foul line, jump shot is off. And you couldn't be any further away from the basket, and Azania Stewart is gonna reach for the basketball. Or Stephanie Collins, I think, is going to get charged with the foul. "30 meters from the basket." Questionable decision to go after the ball then. And Great Britain continue to pick up fouls. Dabovic outside the 3-point line again. Quick first step and pull up is short. Great box out. Leadham's got it in transition. Leadham goes strong, gives it to Handy, we know where to go. Leadham's gonna go, Handy left alone, then blows the layup, but Butler keeps it alive. Butler puts it on the floor and gets into the middle. Handy with a short jump shot is good. And I think the phrase, if you're a Great Britain fan, is all well that ends well, because it was a little bit messy. But with this little jump shot, the scoreboard ticks over for the Great Britain team in blue. Dabovic stops, the edge of the keyway. Milovanich outside the three-point line, guarded by Butler. Dabovic, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Dabovic got to fire up the long three, is way off. And that'll be Leadham who comes down for defensive rebound. Points begging in transition, but good foul. Milovanich, because she had someone back, was able to go after it and for the steal and foul. And we have to bring it all the way back to the halfway line. Great Britain had a 4 on one break if there'd have been no foul. So a 5-point lead here for Milovanich to look at as Collins beats her on the dribble, gets to the foul line, pulls up, knocks, takes the shot, back of the ring. Nice little pass to Butler, puts it on the floor, goes inside, and we're gonna get a travel called on the slip. Possibly had the chance to go up straight away, but nice look by Stephanie Collins. Milovanich causes the turnover. Dabovic finds her sister. Milovanich gets it back to Dabovic. On the floor, pull-up jump shot is no good. Offensive rebound by Matic is good. Ivanka Matic rolls back the years, the 34-year-old. Leadham has it. Little trap comes, now she's got to find out if there's someone wide open. It's Chantel Handy who's going to travel. There's another turnover for Chantel Handy. So important to the GB lineup. Handy has done very well in their preparation, led them in scoring in over half their games. Substitutions off the Serbia bench. Milovanich will sit down, and Milovanich is back in. Toliha gets to the foul line, kicks it. Looking inside, great defense by GB on that occasion. Stewart comes up with the steal. Collins in transition, breaks the defense down. Handy looks inside. Butler has the step and then gets double teamed. That's great rotation by Serbia at the defensive end. Transition defense, aggressive, went after it. Dabovic in the corner, moves the ball. Milovanich looks inside, puts it on the floor. Little step, goes up, good defense that time. Both teams now making statements with their defense, and then we've got the mid-court foul again, and Leadham draws yet another foul. Stephanie Gandy and Ella Clark will come into the game for Great Britain. And Leadham draws another foul. She is a foul magnet. So much attention, takes the responsibility, never is weak with a basketball. Stewart relieves the pressure. Gandy has it. Little double team comes again. She's got to find a pass. Does Stewart. Finds Clark on the inside. Gets it off to Collins. Leadham wide open for three is off. Defensive rebound by Matic. And she hangs on. Wow, 3.5 minutes into this third quarter, and both teams have managed to worry the scorer once each. 43-40, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Dabovic draws contact on Clark, who couldn't contain the dribble. I think the foul is going to be called on the floor, and it is. Just got to pick your poison, and that's what Great Britain haven't done here. Unless the poison they've picked is that they're going to let Serbia shoot a lot of free throws. Dabovic and Leadham going at it. Love those matchups. Dabovic on the dribble, going up strong for two, is fouled and one. Clark picks up her second foul in a matter of seconds. There's the penetration. If you're going to foul there, you've got to make sure they don't make the two. Dabovic on the free throw line again is good. And she ties it up at 43 apiece. Collins does a good job executing, gives a good angle for the pass. Now beats the pressure. Double team comes. They've got to read it a little quicker. Leadham puts it on the floor on Matic in traffic and was indecisive. And Serbia have decided the way they're going to get this is through their defense. Little pick and roll action. They go inside. Matic goes up in traffic, is no good. Leadham comes down with the ball after with help from Stewart. Dabovic gets involved and tries to, and the trap comes against. No one shows to the pass. Collins disappears. Leadham travels. Serbia generate yet another turnover. Dabovic releases, so going up on the penetration, kicks it. Radocha puts it on the floor, turns the corner, gets to the middle, little bounce pass to the inside, Matic for two. GB getting broken down defensively and really struggling against pressure, and Collins throws another turnover. Milovanich shakes a little move for two. Timeout, Great Britain. And Serbia on a roll, have a 4-point lead. A 9-2 start to the third quarter for Serbia, and it's all been generated by their defense. And Great Britain still struggling to read the double team.
In that first level, which we've been able to do, that our eyes are fixed, and we're trying to get to the elbow to make sure that we can find easy second movement lanes, right? So right now, if you've got to make a cutback to make the pass easier, make that happen. Now look, we know how to get back into this contest because of how we started this game, right? It's on the rebound, it's on possession. Every time we keep the attack high, they're fouling the shit out of us. I know that. We know that, right? So at some point it's going to come our way. So keep the fight going in that way. Spirit is on the glass.
Well, as Coach Jennings said, the key is to take care of the basketball. And once they've beaten the press, they've got to look to attack the basket, because Serbia now fancy their chances and have done a marvelous job at generating points off their turnovers. Van der Waal comes into the game. Handy and Butler are back. Van der Waal gets open. She's got to she knows the trap's going to come. It's coming already. It comes, and she doesn't read it. Tremendous work by Buchahilia. Buchahilia was great coming quick, but it shouldn't be a surprise to Van der Waal, and now she fouls. And I think the pressure is starting to really wear down the backcourt of Great Britain, and Serbia turning the screw. Great Britain trying to hang on here because a 4-point margin could quickly become double digits. Milovanich faces up, guarded by Allen. Tough matchup for Allen. And Milovanich scores her and gets two. That caption's wrong. We got a foul this time. Again, more definite movement by Great Britain generates contact. And Serbia will challenge the official to make the foul, make the call here. And while Great Britain look hesitant, Serbia will look strong and very effective in the trap. Van der Waal can't get open. Butler releases it, gets it back to Leadham. Leadham goes baseline, finds Butler, mid-range jump shot is good. Trust yourself, back yourself to beat the pressure as Leadham did, create the open look. And Great Britain starting to get that scoreboard ticking over again. Here's Radocha. Puts it on the floor. Matic relieves the pressure. Butler has to switch out. Milovanich wide open for three is off. Butler comes down with a rebound. Van der Waal hesitates again and spends a lot of time getting going forwards. Handy goes inside to Butler, poor pass. Butler can't handle it. Ball pass to the inside. Butler couldn't handle it. She almost retrieved it. 4-point lead for Serbia with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Dabovic moves it on. Talia. Talia goes up, tries to float one, doesn't get anything. Leadham gets another rebound. Another positive stat for Joanna Leadham. Little hesitation, gets to the middle, great pass, and Vanderbilt finishes. One thing you always get from Joanna Leadham is definite decisions. Tremendous penetration, broke the defense down, and Vanderbilt moved really well.